Today, in the second of a 195-part series about world economies, we're going to talk about the economy of modern Canada. But first, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you stay educated on how your money works. Canada has the 9th largest GDP in the world. As with other developed nations, the country's economy is dominated by the service industry, which employs about 3/4 of Canadians. Canada has the 3rd largest total estimated value of natural resources, valued at $33.2 trillion. It has the world's 3rd largest proven petroleum reserves and is the 4th largest exporter of petroleum. Canada is also the 4th largest exporter of natural gas. It's considered an energy superpower due to its abundant natural resources and a small population of 37 million people, which is tiny for its vast land area. Canada is one of the least corrupt countries in the world and is one of the world's top 10 trading nations with a highly globalized economy. Canada historically ranks above the US and most Western European nations of economic freedom and experiencing a relatively low level of income disparity. The country's average household of disposable income per capita is well above the OECD average. The Toronto Stock Exchange is the 9th largest stock exchange in the world by market capitalization, listing over 1,500 companies with a combined market capitalization of over $2 trillion. Canada is unusual among developed countries in the importance of the primary sector, with the logging and oil industries being 2 of Canada's most important. Canada also has a sizable manufacturing sector based in central Canada, with the automobile industry and aircraft industry being especially important. With the world's longest coastline, Canada has the 8th largest commercial fishing and seafood industry in the world. With the exception of a few island nations in the Caribbean, Canada is the only major parliamentary system in North America. As a result, Canada has developed its own social and political institutes distinct from most other countries in the world. Though the Canadian economy is closely integrated with the American economy, it has developed unique economic institutions. The Canadian economic system generally combines elements of private and public enterprise. Many aspects of public enterprise, most notably the development of an extensive social welfare system to redress social and economic inequities, were adopted after the end of World War II in 1945. Canada has a private to public property ratio of 60:40 and one of the highest levels of economic freedom in the world. Today, Canada closely resembles the US in its market-oriented economic system and pattern of production. Canada has 56 companies in the Forbes Global 2000 list, ranking 9th just behind South Korea and ahead of Saudi Arabia. International trade makes up a large part of the Canadian economy, particularly of its natural resources. Agriculture, energy, forestry, and mining exports accounted for about 58% of Canada's total exports. Machinery, equipment, automotive products, and other manufacturing accounted for nearly 38% of exports. Exports account for about 30% of Canada's GDP. The US is by far its largest trading partner, accounting for about 73% of exports and 63% of imports. Canada's combined exports and imports ranked 8th among all nations. About 4% of Canadians are directly employed in primary resource fields, and they account for 6.2% of GDP. Many, if not most, towns in northern Canada, where agriculture is difficult, exist because of a nearby mine or source of timber. Canada is the world leader in the production of many natural resources such as gold, nickel, uranium, diamonds, lead, and in recent years, crude petroleum, which, with the world's 2nd largest oil reserve, is taking an increasingly prominent position in natural resource extraction. Several of Canada's largest companies are based in natural resources industries such as Anaco, Cameco, Goldcorp, and Barrick Gold. The vast majority of these products are exported mainly to the US. There are also many secondary and service industries that are directly linked to primary ones. For instance, one of Canada's largest manufacturing industries is the pulp and paper sector, which is directly linked to the logging business. The reliance on natural resources has several effects on the Canadian economy and Canadian society. While manufacturing and service industries are easy to standardize, natural resources vary greatly by region. This ensures that differing economic structures developed in each region of Canada, contributing to Canada's strong regionalism. At the same time, the vast majority of these resources are exported, integrating Canada closely into the international economy. The inherent instability of such industries also contribute to the greater government intervention in the economy to reduce the social impact of a market change. Natural resource industries also raise important questions of sustainability. Despite many decades as a leading producer, there is little risk of depletion. Large discoveries continue to be made, such as the massive nickel found at Voisey's Bay. Moreover, the far north remains largely undeveloped as producers await higher prices or new technologies, as many operations in this region are not yet cost-effective. In recent decades, Canadians have become less willing to accept the environmental destruction associated with exploiting natural resources. High wages and Aboriginal land claims have also curbed expansion. Instead, many Canadian companies have focused their exploration, exploitation, and expansion activities overseas where prices are lower and governments more amicable. Canadian companies are increasingly playing important roles in Latin America, Southeast Asia, and Africa. The depletion of renewable resources have raised concern in recent years. After decades of escalating overutilization, the cod fishery all but collapsed in the 1990s. The logging industry, after many years of activism, has in recent years moved to a more sustainable model, or to other countries. The US remains Canada's largest foreign investor and the most popular destination for Canadian foreign investments. The stock of US direct investment in Canada totaled $406 billion, while the stock of Canadian investment in the US totaled $595 billion. This made Canada the second largest investing country in the US. US investments are primarily directed at Canada's mining and smelting industries, petroleum, chemicals, and the manufacture of machinery and transportation equipment, and finance, while Canadian investment in the US is concentrated in manufacturing, wholesale trade, real estate, petroleum, finance, and insurance, and other services. So what are your thoughts? Are you from Canada? How's the country doing today? Leave a comment down below and let's get the discussion started. And as always, take care of your money.